Hello children, welcome back to your second biology class. We had already started chapter 4 respiration. Today we'll continue the same chapter and today I will teach you respiration in plants. Before going through this topic, I want to explain you about word equation of respiration. So look at the board. Aerobic respiration, in which food plus oxygen give carbon dioxide, water and energy. Here huge amount of energy is released. Now number 2, anaerobic respiration, which occurs in yeast or fungus, in which food in absence of oxygen gives ethyl alcohol plus carbon dioxide. Number 3, anaerobic respiration in human muscle cells or tissue. Here, food in lack of oxygen or in absence of oxygen gives lactic acid, and due to accumulation of lactic acid, our muscles cramps or we feel pain in our muscles. Now come to the topic respiration in plants. Well, children, there are two vital phenomena, that is photosynthesis and respiration, occur simultaneously in all green plants. You know that photosynthesis is a process in which plants prepare their food with the help of carbon dioxide, water vapor, water in presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and byproducts are glucose and oxygen is released during this process. Now second one is respiration. In respiration, plants take oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. Respiration occurs throughout day and night, and photosynthesis occurs only during daytime. It stops at night. So oxygen which is released during the process of photosynthesis is used by leaves for the process of respiration, and carbon dioxide which is released during the process of respiration is used by green leaves for the process of photosynthesis. Thus this cycle continues. Now children, we know that we human beings and animals have specific organs or organ system for the process of respiration. But in green plants, there is no specific system or organs for the process of respiration. So plants respire through their various parts, that is stems, leaves and through roots. Respiration in plants also involves the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. So oxygen and carbon dioxide are called respiratory gases. So now I will explain you respiration in roots, respiration in stems and respiration in leaves. Number 1, respiration in roots. The roots of a plant take the oxygen required for respiration from the air present in between the soil particles by the process of diffusion. Now, what is diffusion? Diffusion is a process of movement of molecules from the region of its higher concentration to the region of its lower concentration. Since the concentration of oxygen is more in between the soil particles, that is why oxygen moves from the soil particle to the root hairs, and root hairs are in contact with the air in the soil. Oxygen diffuses into root hairs and reaches all other cells of the root for respiration. Carbon dioxide gas produced in the cells of the root during respiration moves out through the same root hair by the process of diffusion. Okay. Now the second one is respiration in stems. The stems of most herbaceous plants have stomata. Now, what are stomata? Stomata are the tiny pores present in the leaves of the plants. But in herbaceous plants, they are very small, green. Their stems are green and soft. So, stomata are present in that kind of stems. And these plants respire through stomata, means exchange of gases takes place through stomata. The exchange of respiratory gases takes place through stomata. The oxygen from air diffuses into the stem of a herb plant through stomata and reaches all the cells for respiration. The carbon dioxide gas produced during respiration diffuses out into the air through the same stomata. Now, what happens in woody stems of big trees? In woody stem, gaseous exchange takes place through the cracks or slits present in the bark of the stems, and those slits or cracks are called lenticels. Hence, in woody stems, exchange of gases takes place through lenticels, means they take oxygen from the atmosphere through lenticels and they give out carbon dioxide to the atmosphere through the lenticels. Now there is a question, children. What are the differences between stomata and lenticels? Differences between stomata and lenticels. Number 1. Stomata are present on the surface of leaves. Stomata are present on dicot leaves also and in monocot leaves also. Now, what are dicot leaves? You know that seeds which have two cotyledons are called dicot seeds, and plants having seeds with two cotyledons are called dicot plants, and their leaves are called dicot leaves. Monocot leaves. Plants which have seeds with one cotyledon are called monocot plants, and their leaves are called monocot leaves. Clear, children? Now, lenticels are present on the stems and branches of woody plants. Number 2. Stomata open during daytime only and lenticels remain open every time, means throughout day and night. These are the two main differences between stomata and lenticels. Now come to the third point, that is respiration in leaves. Leaves. The leaves of a plant have tiny pores called stomata. You already know what are stomata. Stomata are also called intercellular spaces. And the exchange of respiratory gases in the leaves takes place through these stomata. Oxygen from air diffuses into a leaf through a stomata and reaches all the cells where it is used in respiration. The carbon dioxide produced during respiration diffuses out from leaf into the air through the same stomata. Thus, in plants, in all green plants, respiration takes place through roots, stems and leaves. That's all for today, children. We will continue this topic in our next class. I will give you a few assignment questions that you have to do in your biology notebook. Till then, goodbye.